Hey everybody, this is Mystic Jen again. I'm here with another video of a reading. This is not a client reading, but I cracked out on one of my Lenormand decks. I am using the Gilded Reverie Lenormand from Gyro Machete. And I was inquiring, out of curiosity, about Doreen Virtue. I have several of her decks. I love her decks. I love her angel cards, her past life cards. And not too long ago, she proclaimed that she converted over to Christianity, that she was now a born-again Christian. And I haven't read this, but I heard this. I had heard that she was denouncing cartomancy, that she felt, since her conversion, that reading the cards was wrong, okay? And I inquired with the cards. I asked them, what is the truth behind Doreen Virtue converting to Christianity, and what's going to happen with her business of selling her cards and stuff? And I decided that the lady of the deck was going to be the significator. I was using an actual significator card. And this deck actually has 2 male and 2 female. And I set the intention that the first female card I come across would stand for Doreen. Okay, so behind the scenes, it appears that Doreen might have been a sensual woman. We all know she was beautiful, very refined, but she had a sensual side to her. And which, even though she's dark hair, this comes up as a blonde, but just the sensuality about this particular female is what Spirit chose to significate Doreen. Okay, this is a 9-card box spread, and this is what I have. I like to look at, this is the key opening card. What this reading deals with, or what it's addressing, and it's about discipline. The whip card, whip and broom, it could be, depending on the context, it could be abuse, it could be discipline, it could be like the consequences, it could be arguments, it could be repetitive or exercise. But I'm seeing this as a cycle that she's with her card business, because this reading is about Doreen and her business with her cards and reading the cards, that it's about her repeat business that she keeps repeating and keeps on putting out one deck after another. Okay, and the exit card is the home. This is about people close to her. This is about things close to her heart, within her home. This could be about real estate. It can also represent home-based business, because keeping in context with the question, this is about her business. So most of her business is run out of her home. So this is like validating repeat business, repeated selling out of her home. Okay? Then I am going to look at the rows, or the columns rather. She is facing this way. So this here would represent the future, her present, and the past. Okay? This is the energy that's coming in. And we have the whip, we have the book, and the compass. Okay, the whip, as I have already said, is I'm seeing this as discipline and repeated actions, but she's very disciplined. she was very disciplined with reading the cards. The book, I'm seeing this as, it could be secrets, it could also be learning and research, it could actually literally be a deck of cards. A lot of readers associate it with a card reader, and it's kind of fitting that the cards are behind her. Okay? She acts like she's turned her back. I say acts like because you'll see later in the spread why I say acts like she's turned her back on the cards. Okay? And compass is direction. It's about guidance. Okay? It's your path, guiding your journey. Okay? So, she was very disciplined in reading the cards, and she knew what direction she wanted to go. This is in her past line. The present line is the garden and the clouds. Okay? The garden represents the public engagements. It could be anything from conventions to parties to nature, which this up here, it's above her, which is what she thinks about. We all know that Doreen loves nature. A lot of her videos, you see her outside, outdoors. Okay? She loves her garden. Okay? She has a beautiful garden. When you see her in her videos, she takes pride in her garden. That is very fitting. And the layered meanings also means her public engagements. That's still, to this day, presently on her mind. Her public engagements, her public following. Okay? So, being that that's just an added thing, the gardens thing, with her liking her garden. But keep it in context with her business. Okay? It is related to the public, her public following, her engagements. This could be her also in her church environment, okay? And below her, things that she's dealing with, okay, in the mundane, are the clouds, okay? The clouds, this was like her view, that the clouds are facing the past, the dark side, and that is it's almost like her thoughts are still muddled, though. Sorry about my cats, whether her business, like a conflict, her mind, it's still muddled. There's no clarity there on what direction she wants to go with her business. It's like, is it dark or is it light? This is an internal struggle of hers right now. Outwardly, she's proclaiming that the cards are dark. But inwardly, she's still saying that there could be still some light to it. Okay? So, she's still saying, well, if I do this in the light, but that's what she's been doing all along. I always viewed her as a light worker. She worked with angels, archangels. I took her course on starting a metaphysical business, and her views. She's a light worker, but it's in her present. She's very confused about her cards and about her public, or what people expect, okay? Her future. The anchor is very fitting for business. This is her security. This is how she made a living, okay? And this is still her signifying her security. Also, the Lazarus. This is about, it's like she's walking aimlessly She's trying to find her way right in the near future. And she's looking at that. Sometimes she's going to be bumping into a wall, and she has to back up and find an alternative route. And there's other people around that nobody's making a connection right now. She's feeling very disconnected in the present situation. Okay? And it's all about her home-based business. These two mirror each other. The anchor and the home. Wandering aimlessly, wondering what direction she needs to go with her home business. Because internally there is a conflict between her Christianity, her born-again Christian philosophy, and the philosophy she's known for so many years. Okay, now I'm going to take a look at the columns. Okay, this is, or the rows, I'm sorry. This is what's on her mind above her. This is a very disciplined in her business with her public appearances, dealing with helping others in her garden, her being out in nature. And this is what's really on her, what's weighing on her mind, is she has established this very disciplined way of doing business, and it's repetitive. She has been communicating with the angels and creating her card decks for so many years. And she still thinks about her business and where it's going. And then we have here, where she's tried to turn her back on her cards, her card reading. I don't think she's done much as far as reading cards recently, because it goes against what she's believing in now. And again, like I said, in this line here where she's walking aimlessly, bumping into roadblocks, I feel like she's trying to find a way where she can incorporate her cards but still be a Christian at the same time. She's just going to have to find her way through that maze. Okay? And understand that the cards are just a tool. There's some people that don't have to use cards at all. Great prophets of the Bible. Daniel, for instance. He was, for better terms, really he was a psychic. Okay? Astrologer, a psychic, dream interpreter. Those are all forms of the metaphysical world. Okay? Communicating with spirit. Daniel communicated with the divine. Okay? With God himself. He was a consultant to the king. I think it was King Solomon, maybe? But Daniel won favor with the Lord. And Daniel was a psychic, people. So that's where probably her justification should come into play. The Bible's filled with mediums and astrologers and psychics that all had favor with God. They all had a relationship with God. Okay? Well, that's enough about my religious talk there. But the point is that Doreen has to find her way through that and come to her own conclusions about reading her cards, reading her angel cards. Maybe there'll be a compromise. Maybe there'll be some decks she won't touch again. Maybe it'll just be angels, okay? And angel guidance. But she's got to work her way through that maze. She's going to run into roadblocks, and she's just going to have to back up and take another direction. But I think she'll find her way home. And what is beneath her that she's well aware of, okay, in the mundane, is she is trying to find her way through all this within her home. Issues in her home environment, but it's still, her home-based business still has a light on it. Hopefully she's going to realize that. And the dark side of her muddled thoughts and her confusion is, while she's trying to find direction, it's like her navigation has stalled. She's run into blocks since she's run into the Christianity. And she's trying to navigate and find her way, find a way that's acceptable for her home business without offending the Christians out there and the people that she's interacting with now in the Christian world. Okay. And if I do some knighting, the anchor card knights the clouds, so there's still confusion around her home-based business. Okay? The clouds knight both of those with her discipline. I think she's lost some of that in the process. Okay? The compass knights the garden. So she's trying to find her way through, navigate through the public eye. Home, garden, the public, home-based business that deals with her public appearance and all her conventions and her book writing and everything else, her card making, card designs. And intuitively, in appearance, she appears like she's given up the cards altogether, but I think behind the scenes, she has not. I can almost see her consulting her angel cards at the very least on what direction does she need to go. Okay? Perhaps. See, I don't see any real deception cards in here. First glance, when I looked at it real quick, I thought, well, maybe she'll deceive the public and say, oh, I'm totally Christian, but be reading the cards behind the scenes. Now that I'm really getting a close look at that, I'm not seeing that. I'm seeing an internal struggle. She is going to put on the appearance to the public that she's not touching the cards anymore. So there might be a little bit of deception, but I see her trying to navigate her way through her newfound religion and trying to find out how she can incorporate that into her home business. And she may end up completely turning her back on the cards. Right now, in the present, or in the present, her back is to the cards. Her future is kind of getting lost. That it's going to take some working to get through it. The four corners are saying disciplined in business, disciplined and home-based business that guided her through life. This is what everything has been about. The diamond, the garden, and book. Public learning, public research, public cards. This is what her base was. She read the cards and found religion. This could be representing the Bible in this diamond. Her out in public, she has announced that she has become a Christian and reading the Bible, which is leaving her feeling confused. Her thoughts a little bit muddled, maybe unclear on what direction she is to go now, and she's got to find her way through this because those cards are really embedded in her. Okay? There's a conflict between her cards and with religion. Okay? So this is what I see going on currently. It's just going to take some time. This could be 6-month reading. Over the next 6 months, she's going to be like trying to find her way, because she's on a brand new path. So that is what I am seeing in this reading about Doreen Virtue. I would tell everybody out there, pray for Doreen. I am most certainly going to keep her in my thoughts. Send good vibes of good energy to her. And try and pray that she is blessed. And pray for her to find her way. That I hope she does not give up her cards completely, because I love her decks. But she has to do what's right for her. Hopefully she'll get all this muddledness cleared out, and she'll be able to find new direction. This and this knight each other. The compass and the labyrinth. They were just saying exactly what just reiterating, that she is navigating through this maze of complexities, where between her cards and her new religion, she's trying to figure things out. So Doreen, if you ever come across this video, I pray that you do find your way, that you get things figured out, and know that your angel cards really were works of light. Very helpful. Help so many people through so many problems. Help those out there that maybe they weren't able to communicate with Spirit or with God very easily, but the cards help them out. You know, so just keep that in mind. And this concludes this video. I do thank everybody for watching, and I'll see you next time.